Home theater receivers offer really pretty good value. The power amplifiers that you're going to need, the preamplifiers that will do the video switching and the home theater processing, the audio preamp section, which is going to let you choose between your streamer and your CD player. Everything is in one box, one package, simple. So Marantz is one of the highest rated brands in home theater, great customer satisfaction, and they're now upgrading 3 of their most popular models. The Marantz Cinema 50, 60, and 70 will become Marantz Cinema 50 Series 2, 60 Series 2, and 70 Series 2. So what are the differences? What are the changes that are going to come with these new models? I'm Joe with Gramophone. Let's dig in. So who is Marantz? Well, Saul Marantz was a musician and an engineer. He was a member of the Audio Engineering Society. And in the late 40s, early 50s, he founded the Marantz brand. One of the very first products they ever did was the appropriately titled Marantz Model 1. And that's a tube preamplifier, 2-channel product, of course, that looked so cool that you could imagine it being sold even today. So why have the original Cinema 50, 60, and 70 been so popular? Well, one of the first reasons is that the Marantz design language looks great. In a world full of plain black boxes, the really super clean look of the front panel and its unique backlighting really set it apart and make a Marantz receiver look elegant. It's almost as though the receiver is telling you that it's high quality before you even turn it on and have a listen. And second, people love the reliability of the Marantz product. You know, a 2-channel audio piece, left channel audio, right channel audio, it's really not that difficult to get it right. But with home theater video switching, it's a whole different animal. Our clients who are using the products day in, day out, and we as integrators who are so often installing the products for them, love the reliability and durability of the Marantz home theater receivers. They just work time and time again. The third reason why people love these receivers are lots of HDMI video switching options. With 6 HDMI inputs plus eARC connection for your great TV sound, and all of those supporting 8K at 60 Hz, you can easily connect your Blu-ray player, your Apple TV, your PlayStation gaming console, and so forth. Next, people love the Marantz sound quality. So the Marantz master engineers actually fine-tune the sound of these with what they call HDAM. Now that stands for Hyper Dynamic Amplification Modules. And what it means is they're not just using off-the-shelf IC chips. Marantz is actually custom designing their own discrete modules. You get a sound quality that people often describe as warm. Now, when audiophile types use the term warm, it always means rich, natural sounding bass, but sometimes it also implies that the sound might be a little muddy. And with the Marantz receivers, you don't get that. You get this nice warm tone in the bass, but you get a lot of clarity in the mids and highs, and people just love that Marantz sound. So next, Marantz setup is really pretty easy. The on-screen menu makes it relatively easy to dial in this receiver. You have a lot of options for connecting other components, speaker placement, and so on, but the on-screen menu allows you to pretty well walk through what to do and how to do it. There's 9 channels of power out and 11 channels of control, so it's great that the on-screen menu is so simple. Marantz also includes a simple way for you to dial in or calibrate the audio for your listening room. So it comes with the Audeze system, and again with the on-screen menu and with the remote, you can set up the microphone at your seated listening position. They actually include a very simple little cardboard stand that the microphone, which is pretty lightweight, can sit on, but that allows you to calibrate the system to your specific room, and a lot of times you can take out some problematic things and literally see on screen what you're doing and how you're doing it. Another reason why the Marantz receivers have been so popular for us is that people love the HEOS system. So you can actually create a sort of a whole house hi-fi system without needing to run wires to every room. Just put any HEOS-enabled speaker product in the other rooms where you'd also like to have sound. Bang, there you go, wirelessly. That's really nice in a home that's already built where it's going to be kind of painful to run wires. So what are some of the differences that Marantz is introducing across all three models? Well, the first one, and maybe the most important in some ways, is they've upgraded to a 32-bit 8-channel DAC. Audiophiles will spend sometimes thousands of dollars on a separate DAC for their streaming simply because a DAC can make so much of a difference in taking this digital information and converting it into the audio that we actually hear. So the new 32-bit 8-channel DAC that Marantz is introducing in Series 2 is really a big part of the upgrades they've done. Let's talk gaming support. In all of these receivers, we're not just talking about movies and music, but gaming is very popular. So Marantz has put in a 1440p at 120 cycles pass-through for gaming. What that translates to is you're not going to get the video display device lagging, and that's really important for the gaming community. It's going to stay consistent, and you get a much better gaming experience. Another upgrade that's really pretty sweet is that Dirac Live Room Correction is offered. Now, it was offered in the original Cinema 50, but now here in Series 2, it's also offered as an upgrade path on Cinema 60 and Cinema 70. That can be really kind of a big deal that it's now available in all three of these, because in most rooms, it will at least bring you a little bit of benefit in terms of more clarity, more easily understood dialogue, better soundstage when you're listening to music, better bass on movies and music and gaming. But in some rooms, it won't make a little upgrade. It'll make a really significant, like, wow, this is way better kind of an upgrade. So we're glad that you've got the upgrade path there if you want it on all three receivers. They've also added a cool little feature called channel level monitoring that actually enables you to see which channels are playing. It can be kind of confusing when you're, installing or in setup mode, if you will, to make sure that all the channels are going. You can actually see that now on the front panel just by clicking the remote, and you can then switch it off so it's not distracting you when you're actually watching a movie, let's say. If you haven't thus far, please like and subscribe. Helps us out a lot, doesn't cost you anything, and we'd love it if you leave a comment because we love hearing what your questions are about this content. So let's talk a little bit about what happened when we put on some music and movie content. First, just to kind of let you know what it is that we're listening with, we've got 4 of the Totem Tribe Towers, which for their size, they're a very, very thin and small footprint tower, but they've got really good balanced sound. We've got a Totem subwoofer. We've got a pair of Totem AICs set up as rear height. And then we've got a Totem soundbar in the center as well. And the first piece of music that we put on was Keith Don't Go, which is, of course, a very well-known demo track. I immediately sort of felt like I was struck by, this has the Marantz sound. There's a certain warmth to it. It's not what I would call dry or overly analytical at all. And it just sounded really balanced. When you're listening to an acoustic instrument like that, acoustic guitar and his voice is really what we've got. It just sounded really clear and balanced, exactly what we were looking for. So next we went to video, and Chris and I watched and listened to the opening scene of The Dark Knight, the Batman bank robbery scene. And the sense of detail was really impressive when there was glass crashing on the floor, when the actors were kind of running around the bank and there was a lot of activity. You were just aware of all this ambient information that is a part, of course, of what the 7.1 experience, which is what we have here, is all about. And it was really coming through clearly. So then we switched over to a music video. So again, in 7.1, and we listened to David Gilmour live at Pompeii. So the opening track, he's got this P90 equipped Les Paul with a Bigsby on it. Looks like it's probably a pretty old guitar. And it just was coming through so clearly. And I think that's really my overall impression, or me and Chris's overall impression of this receiver, is that there was this sense of clarity on everything that we played and enjoyed. We're lucky enough to have a sample of the Cinema 50 here. Let's talk about some of the features that are specific to this one. So one cool feature is called Channel Expander. Because you've got a couple of extra channels, remember this is a 9.4 rather than a 7.2 like Cinema 60 and 70. You've got a couple of extra height channels, but when you're watching a Dolby Atmos movie, there's not necessarily material being played through those all the time. With Channel Expander, you can actually choose to have the receiver synthesize extra height information and play it through those channels so that they're pretty much going all through the movie or whenever it would seem appropriate instead of more occasionally. Next, again, because of the additional channels, you can choose to do left, center, right biamping. If you're not using all the channels, well, you can take, let's say, your left speaker and your right speaker, that maybe you've invested a lot of money in those, and independently biamp the bass and mid-range treble parts. So you're going to get better performance there because of the additional power and separating the woofer from the rest of it. Obviously, if you're doing the 9 channels, that option's not open to you, but there's a little more flexibility now with these extra channels. You're going to get less jitter with Cinema 50 than in last year's version. If you have an uneven arrival time in the data packet, you'll notice jitter. You're not going to notice it here because they've upgraded a lot of the internal parts for better performance. Now, what are some of the differences between Cinema 50 Series 2 and Cinema 60's Series 2? Let's run through it. First is the number of channels. Cinema 50 Series 2 is a 9.4 channel receiver, so up to 9 speaker channels, typically left, center, right in the front, a pair of side speakers, that makes 5, add 2 rear speakers, now it's 7, add a pair of height speakers, now it's 9, and you've got 4 subwoofer channels, not 2 as in the Cinema 60. It has outputs for 2 more channels of processing. You add a separate stereo amp, and now you've got 11 channels. Cinema 60 Series 2, however, is a 7.2 channel receiver, so there's no extra height channels, and you've got twin subwoofer outs, not 4 subwoofer outs, so that's the 0.2 instead of 0.4. A third difference is a little bit more power. Cinema 50 Series 2 is rated at 110 watts per channel into 2 channels, where Cinema 60 Series 2 is rated at 100 watts into 2 channels. Now let's talk about the differences between Cinema 60 Series 2 and Cinema 70. First is that Cinema 70 isn't going to be available right away as Cinema 50 and 60 Series 2 are. It's scheduled to ship in mid-September of 2026. Second thing is, it's obviously like its predecessor, it's got a slimline chassis. So that's a big benefit for people that don't want to look at bulky components or don't have the room for them. But that also then leads us into there's no extra room inside that slimline chassis for extra power. So Marantz is rating that at 50 watts per side versus 100 or 110 watts as we saw in the Cinema 50, simply because there's no room for the transformer and the extra output devices that you'd need for bigger power. We get really happy when very popular products are replaced by even better products with more features and better performance. And Marantz has done that here with the brand new DACs that give us better performance, with Dirac Live as now an option across all 3, better gaming, and the other things we've talked about. Marantz did well. To find out more about these new Marantz products and all of our great brands, you can go to Sky by Gramophone, where you'll always get a secure checkout with fast and free shipping straight to your door if you should decide you want to buy the products there. If you can come visit us, we'd love to see you. We have stores here in Timonium, where we're filming today, in Columbia, Maryland, and down in Gaithersburg, just outside of the Washington, D.C. market. Please visit us if you can. And thank you so much for watching this video. We really appreciate that you've spent time with us today. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you at the next one.